Some of you may remember this old guy. Good old Professor Owen. The one who greets you at the beginning of your adventure in the Sinnoh region. Good times, weren't they? Especially with this iconic theme playing in the background. I'm sure you all remember well. The thing is, when I heard this song, it brought over a sense of warmth and familiarity that's very rarely replicable. I found myself nearly tearing up and smiling while lying down in the middle of the night as I was about to fall asleep. Everything just seemed magical again, you know? Just like when times were simpler. It brought an immense feeling to the forefront. A feeling that everyone cherishes for the entirety of their lives. I'm sure most of you that clicked on this video know exactly what I'm talking about. Video games are a huge source of nostalgia for us, and Pokemon was a huge part of many people's childhoods. It's something that was always waiting for you when you got back from school, something to look forward to every day, or something you would take to school, if your mom allowed you to, and play with your friends. Remember those times? It would always be a big part of our day. Whether it be witnessing a Pokemon battle between two classmates during recess that was basically as hyped up as an MMA fight. You know those battles that always had to take place in some area where the teachers couldn't always see so they wouldn't yell at you for bringing electronics to school? Or maybe getting ripped off in a card trade? I like to tell myself it happens to the best of us. There would always be those kids though that would tell the teachers and then Pokemon cards would get banned throughout school, but people still brought them anyway and we pretended we were drug dealers or something. Or simply just talking about how you progressed yesterday and what you planned on doing today. It really did what Satoshi Tajiri set out to do. It connected us. We made friends, close friendships, that may have lasted till the present day. In fact, many of us got into Pokemon because of other people. Me, for example. I have this friend who's older than me by about 3 years. Now when you're 6, having an older friend is the coolest thing ever, right? You want to be just like them. He always had the latest Pokemon game, and I'd watch him play, and I was pretty content with just watching. In fact, through that and watching the anime, my knowledge of Pokemon grew pretty extensive. But one day, so my parents bought me a DS because I wanted to play some Tom and Jerry game or something, right? But I remember, like, back in grade 1, I find Pokemon Diamond on the school field. I come home, pop it into my DS. It had everything, like every legendary, probably completed the national dex. And I traded that game away for a brand new copy of Pokemon Pearl to that older friend. Now you might think he scammed me, which he definitely did. But like to this day, I'm still happy that he did, because I got to play my first brand new Pokemon game from start to finish, Pokemon Pearl. The really cool thing is that him and I are still friends today, so we grew up playing Pokemon together. He's low-key like a brother to me. I remember every time a new game came out, he would get it first, either on launch day or because his birthday was a week ahead of mine, so I'd get jealous until then. But it was fun. I mean, he bought me Heart Gold when I turned 9, and we would always battle in that good old Union room. But none of us knew the meta or like how to actually play, so we would just give the strongest TMs to whatever Pokemon we were gonna use. But that shit was so fun. We played Battle Revolution too, remember that shit? I remember we would also take turns running around his backyard with his Pokewalker trying to collect steps. And like one of us did the running while the other tried to kick soccer balls at the person who was running for whatever reason. But yeah, Pokemon has deep roots in my story. The games, the anime, the cards, they all connected me to people back in the day. Nostalgia is something I believe everyone will feel at one point or another. Reminiscing about the past, not in a spiteful way filled with jealousy, but in a happy because it happened type of way. Many people feel nostalgic towards this franchise, and many people feel nostalgic just listening to the music, including me. Which makes sense too. I mean, music is what most people tend to remember about things they feel nostalgic towards. I bet a lot of you are feeling some sort of way just listening to this track in the background. But if you think about it, it's not only the games we reminisce about, it's what had been going on in our lives at that point. And a lot of what had been going on is related to the game. The game acts as a medium for us to feel nostalgic about when we were kids. And this feeling of nostalgia is one of the reasons why we continue to play Pokemon till this day. Whether you started with Gen 4 like me, technically Gen 3 but I don't count it as I never got to the second gym, or you were an original fan, we have the common desire to not miss out on the next installment of something we loved back then, and still do today. People who don't play tend to obviously not understand where we come from when we say we love Pokemon. Yes, it's a kid's game, yes, it's a kid's show, and it's just very childish in general. And it may have ruined our chance at mating at one point or another, but it reminds us of a better time. Just like Disney movies may remind someone else of a better time. And most importantly, we continue to play just because it's fun. Like every game, I look forward to having close calls with battles, listening to the new music, having a ball shake 3 times and then burst open when fighting a legendary, and just seeing our cute little creatures turn into absolute beasts. Because it's just as fun now as it was back then. And I'm sure Pokemon will continue to be a part of our lives till the day we die. It certainly will be the case for me. But I might skip on Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. Yeah, this video was literally about nothing. I just wanted to make more content.